Hi guys, so I'm back with the second part of the tournament. So, so we got this guy to just put in 100 big blinds with ace-10 offsuit basically. So now that proves that playing unorthodox and doing weird things can pay off. So now we're up to like 40,000. We've got, enough chips. I don't know what we've got over 100 big blinds at this point, so that's all you need to know really. I'm trying to work out what the tournament average is, but we're definitely beating it by a long way. So we open 10s here, 2.5x, and pretty decent flop. This guy's got no money, so that's fine, but I decided to bet half of his stack, well, a bit under half his stack obviously, so in case he jams we can shove over the top. Not the best turn card, but I don't expect this guy to have many hands that are beating us right now. I actually decided to check here and check the river, call the river. I don't know why I did that, but like I said, I wasn't playing my best, so I forgive myself. Ace-9 in the small blind, everyone folds around. We're obviously going to raise, and we do. He defends. King 9-6. He can hit his range some of the time. We check and he bets. Obviously, we have second pair, so we just call. I mean, the turn brings so many more draws and stuff, so it's pretty tricky if he bets turn, but he checks again, so I think we're pretty much always winning with pair of 9s, and obviously the river makes it even nicer for us, so we have an easy value bet, and he calls us with ace high. On to the next. Quite a lot of hands in this tournament, 710, so I'm going to try and get through them a bit quicker. Pocket 5s, we've got 50,000 chips now. Going to keep the pressure on. We want to get as many chips as possible. There's about 400 people that started this tournament, so decent flop for us. With 5s, obviously, pretty much the best flop you can hope for, other than 5, obviously. And not the best turn card, but I don't want to check here and just give up the betting lead, so I decided to bet again, and he just folds, so that's nice. Now we're up to 54,000. Jack 4, super premium hand. I just can't help myself basically. So slow. So we open, min open anyway, and get flat called on the button. I actually got quite a few hands on this guy, and ace ace jack. I would have preferred to bet 1,000 or even 800, to be honest. So never mind. But we bet once, we got a pair, and we just give up as soon as he calls, as soon as he checks, and then pretty easy give up there. And 9-4 offsuit, lovely hand. Another one of my favourites. I just, it's all about blind wars and just stealing the button and stuff. So I'm guessing this guy, okay, well he folds, so it's just blind v blind. So that's, and he just min opens. So yeah, I think he can be doing this with a lot of hands, obviously, and this puts him in a little bit of an awkward situation. Well, not really. He has like 12 big blinds to start the hand, so it's not really good raising, but I don't like people to steal my blinds for a min raise, so I'll always. And he min bets here, and I remember this hand actually. I didn't remember seeing his stack size. I just raised here because I thought it was so weak that he just flatted, obviously an ace on the board. I didn't actually look at his stack size, so I raised him and with bottom pair because I obviously didn't see his stack size, and then he. Fuck's sake, this is taking so slow. And he flat calls, and then he shoves the turn, I think. But, it's just a mistake on my part, and I can't fold a pair now for these pot odds. But he ends up showing Jack 7, so it's quite funny. He should have just folded the flop, but that's fine. So 50,000 chips. Blinds are up to 500, so he's still got 100 big blinds here. And 10-4 offsuit, my favourite. I open it because this guy limps, and I don't like people limping. So, you know, I'm risking like 1250 to win. What's that? Like 1700. So it's just a good situation, and they're just going to give me the pot so much. You know, I'm a fearsome beast, and these are just passive fishes. So he checks, and I remember betting really quickly at this point. I was just like snap betting with the table ninja. I already had the thing put in, so I'm just betting for value pretty much. He can have a lot of weaker hands to call, like pocket sixes, pocket eights, just a little weak hands. And then the river, I didn't shove the river. I thought I was going to shove the river. I decided, well, yeah, the jack comes. He could have an 8, or yeah, I suppose he can river a straight, or at least a jack. So I don't mind my check back at all. Ace jack suited, we min raise, and the whole table calls pretty much. I remember this hand, and this guy min leads the flop, and obviously we have trips, and we just flat call, hoping to get some other people in. And you know, obviously our hand's not invincible. So the 4 of hearts comes, and that's not really a good card. This guy leads again, quite small, and this guy raises, and we can't. I don't really want to just jam 100 big blinds in with, you know, an ace. You know, he can have ace 9, he can have pocket 9s, he can have a flush pretty easily, or even ace queen 8. Like, he can have ace queen, but I don't expect him to be raising with ace queen. But you know, it's a tournament with weaker players, so he can be raising ace queen. But so we just flat call anyway, and the river's the king, and he shoves all in. So you know, a pretty easy fold, to be honest. So that's fine. On to the next, we have the ace queen suited. Still got 55,000 chips, which is fine. This guy min opens like under the gun, and we 3-bet him. It's a bit of a waste to be 3-bet folding this hand, but I don't really want to call anyway. So yeah, king 6-7. I decided to check this flop. I think this can hit this guy's range a lot when he has like king queens, king jacks, and I just decided to fold the flop. So nothing wrong with that. And 4-7 offsuit, another mighty hand. This guy limps, so obviously we don't let him limp. We just raise him, and he flat calls. King 10-10. You know, he can have some hands on this board, but obviously a paired board is quite hard to hit. So I c-bet half pot, and he min raises here, and I don't think I had my HUD on at this point, but you know, I got some hands on him. For fuck's sake, this thing is just, it's not a way to do a replay. It's really slow, and yeah, so he min raises, and I just didn't believe him. I just really didn't believe him. So yeah, I just re-raised him again, and he flat calls. So now I'm just pretty much giving up on the turn. I mean, I have a free roll maybe with a heart, so I just check back, and he has ace 10, so well played by him. Whoa. So 47,000 chips is fine. Ace queen suited again. We min open, no, don't we 2.5 exit under the gun, and this guy flat calls us. Pretty dry flop, so we obviously c-bet, and I hope I bet the turn as well, maybe. We check and he bets. I hope we don't just fold. Now, it's pretty weak, but I mean, you can pick up lots of draws on the turn. You know, you can have gut shots, queen 10, 10 jacks, even just hands like that, and I'm guessing he's going to be betting the river if he misses, so you know, we have to either raise there and then bet river, which doesn't make any sense, or just lead both times. We have to just basically put more money in. I think that's, I guess, why I folded. I had a pocket fours there. Why is it so slow? Jack 3. Oh, what the fuck's going on there? Why have we got 75,000? Oh, I think I've skipped past too many hands. It's quite frustrating. Fuck's sake. Okay, I found it. So yeah, we have fours, we have 52 big blinds, it's enough, but I want to have like 200, you know, I want to be dominating the table, so min raise, and 2 callers here. I'm c-betting this flop for sure, I don't really have to, but I just always prefer betting than checking. Okay, and 2 callers and an interesting turn card. Obviously, the ace. I can't see. I mean, they can be flirting me with a hand like. It doesn't really make sense actually. Ace queen and ace king usually 3-bet pre. You know, ace jack raises the flop some of the time. Ace 10. I don't see why I'd be floating the flop. It's just I don't know. I think I have a profitable bluff here, so I turn my fours into a bluff. Obviously, we have a gut shot as well, so. But yeah, I decide if they have a jack or maybe like pocket sevens or something, yeah, there's a good chance they can fold. If not, I can. I was probably going to barrel the river. So right, we got up to 70,000 chips somehow. I just want to see how we did that. 63,000. Okay, anyway, I can't seem to find. I think there's just people folding, or just like, oh shit. I'm really making a mess of this at the moment. Sorry about this, guys. I keep pressing this button because I think it's the to play the hand, but it's not. Okay, sorry, I had to pause the video because I'm just getting all confused here. Okay, so on 75,000, I think I've just been stealing some blinds from, you know, people. So I have jack 3, obviously normal people would fold here. I'm not that normal, so I 2.5, open it, and big blind defends here. So the pot is 10,000 chips. There's a stack to pot ratio of 2. Basically, he's got 20,000. So, oh, this guy called as well. I didn't see. So yeah, forget that. He's got us covered. So yeah, I just checked back on the flop. This guy's played half his hand so far, so that's not cool. But we decided to just bet the ace. I mean, it's very obvious card to bet, but we're risking like a third of the pot. So, but once we bet and he calls, I don't think he's going to fold. I mean, we can shove here, but I mean, he can have an ace himself. But he shoved into us, so it takes away that play. This was quite good because we might have lost a bit more chips there, but I don't think I was betting the river. He looks like quite a tight player from the small hands I have on him so far, and that's fine. So, okay, so we're down to 54,000 again. We have ace queen, playable hand in the small blind. So, min open, defend. Well, not defend, but he calls on the cutoff. These things are really pissing me off. So yes, we call. Obviously, I would have just preferred 3-bet there. I guess I just didn't want a 3-bet fold, so that's fine. We check as we're out of position, and the original raise are c-bets, half pot. We flat call, and I do something goofy here and just c-bet, just lead into him quite big, which is pretty bad. I should have just bet 9,000. I think. I think he's folding most of the time. It's hard for him to have an ace with a spade, basically, I guess. But I thought if he has a weak ace, he might be scared of this card, I guess. So, but if I wanted him to continue, I should have bet less than that. Really, I should have just bet 11,000 or 9,000 sort of thing. But yeah, it's fine. I bet on the bigger side. So we have ace jack here, and the blinds are 1,000, 2,000 now, so it's getting on into the tournament. This guy 2.5 times opens, and we decide to 3-bet here. This guy, I guess I've only got 43 hands on him, but that's quite. His stats look pretty fishy so far, so we just decide to 3-bet, which is fine. I don't want to just call and play the pot position and end up folding the best hand, so just waiting for this to actually get on with it. And he shoves on us, so yes, easy fold. And now we have pocket kings, the Cowboys. And yes, he opens to 4,000, min open. We make it 11,000, which I think is a good size. I mean, they call most of the time. It's not really a huge raise, and he ends up min raising again, and it doesn't make sense for me to do anything else than shove, really, obviously. So we shove, and he has queens, so that's a bit of a cooler. So we double up, and now we've got 122,000 chips. So now we're really looking to put the pressure on the smaller stacks, and I'm not really sure how many people are left at this point. We're in the money, I think, but there was 400 players, so there's probably about 70 or 60 players left at this point. Here we have the mighty 8 deuce offsuit. Pretty decent, one of my favourites. It's awfully slow. I thought I could speed it up by pressing the play button, but it doesn't really work. And I'm guessing we're playing this hand. Okay, so the classic blind war, and he just limps, and we obviously raise him because nobody limps my blind. He flat calls as predicted, but I just think we're going to take the pot away from him so many times. We're just going to outplay him, and you know, we're going to flop a pair some of the time. So yeah, I end up betting quite big, so clear value bet, and now he leads the turn. Now this is an interesting dynamic, interesting bet. It's quite a big bet. He's betting just under half pot, but I remember thinking at the time, I don't think he'd just lead here with a 9. I think it's more likely he has a draw himself, so he can have like 10 jack, like with hearts maybe, or diamonds, or just picked up a flush draw with overcards like king queen of hearts or something like that. Or so yeah, so he bets here, and not an easy call, but I'm a fearsome beast, and he's not getting me to fold a pair. that easily. So lol. So yeah, and then the 9 comes, and I like that card. So he checks, and we check back, and yeah, he did pick up the flush draw. I don't know why he's not 3-betting that pre-flop. Obviously we would have folded 8 deuce offsuit, but he's only got himself to blame there. So on to the next, and we're getting near the end of the tourney. Well, yeah, we have the big slick. This guy min opens. No, he doesn't. I'm sorry. He opens to 3x pretty much, just under. No, just over. What am I on about? Yeah. So I think his range is pretty strong here. In my mind, I'm thinking he has ace king. I mean, he looks 74 hands on the guy, but he looks quite tight. So yeah, I'm thinking he has jacks or queens, ace king. Not really like the ace queen. Even you could have 10s, I guess, but I did something just. We only have about 50 big blinds. I decided to do something silly and shove again. Like I said, if he has ace king here, I think sometimes he can fold. So we're just like, picking up money for nothing. And if he has jacks or queens, then so be it. Like, there's a small chance he might fold jacks as well. Like queens, obviously I don't expect him to fold. So queen, and obviously aces and kings are really unlikely because we have an ace and a king in our hand. So queens are the only hand that I think he's going to call us with. I think we can get him to fold jacks and ace king some of the time. So I think it was a fine shove. So, and if he does have like jacks or queens, and obviously we flop a pair, we're not going to get any money out of him. And we had to finish in the top 3 really to make any decent money because it was such a low buy-in tournament. So I'm just trying to get big chips, you know what I mean? So yeah, he has jacks anyway, so I still don't mind my play. I think some of the times you could fold that hand. But yeah, so yeah, we flop an ace, which is nice, and he rivers a set, but we make a straight, so we're up to 282,000 chips. Got most people covered, but not really. Oh no, not really. That was see, there's still quite a lot of people with similar chips to me. So I think the average must be about 180,000 here, 200,000. Yeah, we've got 100 big blinds, so I want to get to the final table with like 300 big blinds or something, or bust out now. There's no point in cashing in a tournament like this. I just want to take all the monies, number 1. So we open king queen offsuit, and I think we just check back the flop. I would just prefer the c bet, to be honest. Okay, now we turn a gut shot, and we decide to bet the obviously the gut shot, and he flat calls, and I should have bet the river here. I don't think he has a jack very often, but we just give up, and he obviously bets the river. So he could have had a jack, but it's our own fault for playing it so weak there. King queen suited this time. Blinds are 2,800 now, so we've got just under 100 big blinds, which is fine. And we min open it as the blinds are getting quite big now. So that's fine. And this guy like 3 bets us. I didn't mean to pop that up. It keeps, and this guy flat calls in the small blind. So it gets back to us, and we have some pretty tasty odds. So getting like almost 5 to 1. So with a suited Broadway hand, and we're pretty deep. All of us are pretty deep. So a pretty easy call. I might have just folded if this guy re-raised, and obviously this guy folded, but he has got a 3-bet of 15%, although I don't have many hands on him. So, but yeah, and obviously we just had to give up the flop. So nothing much we can do about this one. On to the next. And we have pocket 8s. I'm guessing they'll just fold to me here. Or I just fold, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I just fold 8s there. Even though this guy's opening loose, this guy's 3-betting quite tight, so easy fold for me. Opens 7s to 7,000. Indeed. And flat call by the big blind, who looks like quite a fishy player. So hoping for a nice flop. Ace 5 queen. I mean, don't love the flop obviously, but I see bet. I didn't see how much I see bet there because it's just being slow and laggy. Okay, I bet, yeah, just under half pot, and he called me, so I just had to give up on the hand. On to the next. I think he bets the river as well, so nothing I can do. King 5. So we're at 226,000 chips now. Guessing the big blind opens this hand. No. I thought I was going to 3-bet or something. Okay, so just another classic blind war. And he limps, so obviously no. Not allowed. So we try to take down the pot. Come on. This is just unbelievable. You'd think I had a really old laptop or something. I do not. It's because there's so many hands in this tournament, I think. 710 hands. Okay, so yeah, in each here, yeah, nice flop for us anyway. You've got the flush draw. We're loving life. We're c-betting to get him to fold out anything he has. No problem. And lovely turn for us. Obviously we have the up and down now with the flush draw. We have a, you know, king could be good as an overcard, so it's 33,000 in the middle. I want to be getting him to fold his hands here, or getting just flat calling anyway. And we turn the river the 5 when he calls, and there's 67,000 in the pot. I don't think I can do anything else but check here. No real point bluffing. He's never folding a 9, I don't think. So pretty easy check back now that we have showdown value. Obviously if I didn't hit the 5 I would be bluffing the river. So I think he'd be having a hard time calling with a pair of 4s there. But you know, it wouldn't surprise me. So on to the next. And here we have pocket aces. I think I've folded aces 3 times in this tournament. So yeah, this guy opens. Oh come on, go away. So we obviously 3-bet. I don't want to re-raise too big obviously, but I would like just to get it heads up. So that was my plan. And he calls. Oh yeah, no, I remember this hand. Yeah, not the best flop for me, but I don't expect him to connect with the board that much really. I bet the flop. I can't see how much I bet, but I don't care. I'm not going back now. And then I bet 29,000. Like, you know, a lot of draws are getting there, but he shouldn't have that many draws to be opening from middle position and then calling a 3-bet. But yeah, anyway, he bet, and river's the 5. This is a terrible card. If he does have like Jack 9 or 9-10, I mean, he's not going to have 9-10, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so he has 8-6, so he beats us, but you know, what can you do? Can't expect too much from such a bad tournament. Yeah, and okay, now we're getting, there's about 20 players left now. You know, I'm making a run for the final table. I think there was 22 players left that was there was 22 players left, and I was 10th in chips. So, like I said, I had to come in the top 3 to make any decent money, really. So I wasn't interested in coming 4th. I'd rather take a 50-50 or like a 60-40 or whatever now than come in 4th or 5th place, because I just wanted to come, I just wanted to win it, or first, second or third basically. So yeah, the blinds are up to 3,400, so we've got, I don't know, was that 70 big blinds or something like that, 60, yeah, something like that. So 8,500 we open to with 10s, big blind, the button defends, just, here we go, yep, 30k in the middle. It's not the worst flop for us, there's only one overcard, but I decided to bet, and this guy min raises, and now it's just like shovel fold, and it's a nice raise sizing by him, puts me in an awkward situation, but I decided to actually fold because I don't think, he looks really tight, 78 hands on him, like 21-3, no donk bet, no check raising, no raising C bets, so it's a pretty easy fold, so I do decide to fold. So now I've got 200,000 chips, so not that much anymore. There's still 22 players left, and I kind of threw it away really. I've been playing this one for like 3.5 hours, which is, don't get me, it's not really a long time, but it is when you wake up you just get up at 3 in the morning and start playing a game, and then you're playing it. Or I just started playing this at like 4 o'clock in the morning or something. So I opened King 8. I'm trying to get chips to the final table, as I said. I'm not happy with coming 4th or anything. I need to win. So min raise 2.5 times. Opened a King 8 suited, and we flop a flush draw, which we're happy about. There's SPR of like 3. There's SPR of 6 at the moment, stack to pot ratio. So this guy just min donks into, oh fuck off. This guy min donks into us, and I just think that's weak. I think I'm meant to raise more here, but I think this is fine. I think he can have obviously a jack, but it's a bit weird to be donking a jack, and then if what's he going to do now? Is he just going to fold, or he could have a draw himself. It doesn't really make much sense. I have diamonds, but you can have, I guess, like ace 4 of diamonds or something. He could be donking, but yeah. So anyway, he donks, and there's 31,000 in the pot. I raised to 18,000. I should have made like 22,000 or something, because I'm not folding this hand at this point with an overcard and second up flush draws. But he decides to flat call here. So, and I make a bit of a mistake on the turn here. It's pretty much the only real mistake I feel like I made in the tournament, even though I was very tired. I just shovel in, and not really a huge mistake, because there's 70,000 in the pot, and we've got 180,000 in stacks, so there's an SPR of like 2.5, but weaker players aren't just going to be folding a pair here. If he has a jack, he can call me on the turn, put me on a draw. But we have outs, we have like 2 8s, 3 kings, 9 diamonds, so we have like 14 outs, 15 outs. So I don't mind my shove, but in hindsight, there's 70,000 in stacks. I would have preferred a bet of like 30,000 or 31,000 or whatever. So then there's 130,000 in the pot, and then on the river there'll be 140,000 in stacks, and then I can shove the river. Like if he has a jack and like a queen comes, or an ace comes, or a diamond or something, there's a small chance I can get him off a jack, you know, if a scare card comes. Whereas shoving here, he can just put me on a draw. I don't think he did think about what I had. He just, you know, he just looked at his own hand, and it's pretty bad because, you know, it's I raised pre, he donked into me on the flop, and I just raised him. He just flat called, and I shoved the turn. Like, I've shown strength every, you know, every single opportunity, but he just called me a king jack offsuit. So, you know, it's a low buy-in tournament. You can't be annoyed when people. But you know, if we win that hand, we still got outs anyway. It's just unfortunate he had the king jack, obviously, because our king was dead. But we had outs anyway. If we win that, then I think we'd be chip leader. So you know, we go on to pretty much win the tournament. You know, we'll just crush these fools. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I mean, it's just a little tournament, but I'm going to be making some more in the future. I enjoy doing commentary on tournaments, so see you next time.